So I'm going to work back at Olive Garden because I just feel like that's the best decision for me right now. That's it. I just wanted to address that I'm quitting YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I'm Crissy Danielle, if you did not know. If you are new, leave a caterpillar down below so I know you're new. And if you've been here for a while, make sure that you leave a butterfly so I know that you've been here, boo. The light is gonna fluctuate because of the clouds, so I'm just letting y'all know now. Today's video I'm gonna be talking about, it's kind of a story time about my job at Olive Garden. Why? Because everybody just loves to talk about me working at Olive Garden because I don't know, I guess that's the best job or something because everybody be talking about it. I'm gonna talk about my experience at Olive Garden today. It's not bad at all. I'm trying to get comfortable. You see I'm on my bed. It wasn't bad. I loved Olive Garden. I quit for dumbass reasons, so we're gonna get into that though. So first and foremost, I got a job there because my best friend worked there. My best friend worked there and she got me a job because she's legit. She actually got like 5 people in there because my bitch is smart. So she got me in there. When I first started working there, that was like my first long legit job. And I only worked there for like 9-10 months. I didn't even hit a year. It felt like a year. Like, I don't know, you get so close to people at jobs and it's just, I don't know, it makes it fun and kind of go by slow, if that makes sense. Kinda. I don't know. It like went by fast but went by slow at the same time. So my best friend got me a job there. So for a little bit we were actually working together for probably like 2 months maybe. I don't know. She quit not too long after me because she ended up getting pregnant with Elijah. So she ended up quitting and I was there all alone with no one there beside me. Okay. So when I was working there, I was a host. Everybody knows what a host is. You just do host shit. Me, I did nothing. I mean, I did. Let me stop right there because I was a very good worker and I never got in trouble and I never got to no shit. So I'm just letting y'all know I was a very good worker, but it was very bare minimum. Like, all you had to do was seat people, clean up the lobby, clear up some stuff when everybody leaves at night. It was super chill. And when I first started working, I really just didn't want to do nothing. I was kind of like, I'll seat the people and that's it. Y'all could do the rest. When I first started, there was 3 older people there. They were like over the age of 30. So there's 3 older people working and then like a bunch of young kids. They ended up either quitting or being a server or to go. Like, they ended up just not being a host anymore. So it ended up being all like the younger people, which was like me and like 4 or 5 other people. I used to have so much fun working there because I literally just did nothing most of the time. And my favorite shifts were all day working doubles. I loved working doubles because it just meant more money. And sometimes I would just wake up like, I wonder if somebody doesn't want their shift. I'll take it. My favorite things were also to open and close because opening was super chill. You walk in there, I used to get my coffee. You got free drinks. As a hostess, you could just go get whatever drink you want. So I would always get my peach tea, or I get a coffee, or I get some water with lemon. Like, I would always go get my drink, come sit at the front, get all the little server books ready, and wipe down all the menus, set everything up, set the computers up, and then just sit there and wait until we open. And at the beginning of every shift, before they even opened, they would do it around 9:40 to 9:50. They opened at 10. All the servers and the host would stand at the front, which, well, like, everybody would come to the front. Like, when you first walk in, you put your shit up and come to the front and just wait. But for hostess, I mean, you still would come to the front, but you would just already be in your section. So we would just sit there and wait for the manager to come, and then the manager would come and he would tell us, okay, this is what we're focusing on today. We have a new promotion, blah, 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 all that good stuff, and then start our day. So once people would start like walking in, it would be super like, hi, how you doing? It'd be super chill, just depending on what day it was. Sometimes you'd have a lot of people that you have to sit, sometimes you have no people that you have to sit. And it was kind of frustrating because the servers would get so pissed if you sat somebody in their section when they didn't want to be seated. It was so weird. Some of them servers were some bro. And they lucky I don't remember their damn names because I would call them out because some of them were some. There was this one server and she was you would just go sit them somewhere and then just kind of go with the flow all day. The things that I was not comfortable with was the busy time. Busy times were always so hectic. Like, it was always hectic. It was never just like, oh, we're busy, we're just gonna have an even flow and that's it. No, when it was busy, it was hectic. Like, managers were confused, servers were confused, hosts were confused, everybody was confused. And for a very long time, probably for like 8 months, notice I worked there for 9 months, maybe like 7 months. I really didn't know how to work the computer like that. I knew how to do the bare minimum when it came to weights and stuff. I think now, because I've been in there like since I've left, I think now they have a new system where you put their name in the computer and all that stuff. But when I was working there wasn't nowhere to put them in the computer when you were waiting. You literally just had to write their name down, give them a time frame, and then if it was too busy, then you'd give them the little buzzer thing, or you just tell them to wait and then call them when they come out. It was so frustrating, and there's so many moments. Like on on Mother's Day, I walked in there, and on Mother's Day, y'all, all the tables and chairs were all over the place because they wanted to have more room so they could seat more people. So they literally had everything all over the place. It was so crazy. And if you called off on that day, oh yeah, you were either getting fired or written up or something. Like, if they scheduled you for that day, you have to work that day. Every hostess was scheduled, so that's how you know. That shit was like some whole other shit. It was like non-stop, couldn't sit down until we closed. And luckily I came in as a night shift, so I really wasn't dealing with everything from the daytime. And that's why I like to work from like mornings to night, or just like morning to 4, like the regular schedule, because when you come in at 4, everything's all over the place. Like, you walk into like some craziness. So it was really frustrating to work those times, which I never did. It was either I was a morning or a double. I never really wanted to or cared to work at night. I know this story's all over the place, y'all. I'm just trying to jump back and forth because I don't know, it was really fun there. And some of the managers fucking sucked. This one lady used to pick on me all the time. Oh my gosh, it was so ridiculous. And she's honestly the reason I quit. Like, she's the legit, look at my hair, y'all, oh my god, but she's literally the legit reason I quit. Like, I have a couple reasons of why I quit, like, that are stupid, but she was like a legit reason because she would just pick on me for no reason. Like, one time I was walking up to a server and I was telling him like, do you want me to get, I asked him, because hosts were allowed to help out the servers, or if the servers needed help they would ask, and I would always go up to my favorite people and be like, do you need help with anything, because I have nothing to do up there, so do you need help? Do you need me to get some waters or take their orders or anything like that? So I walked up to him and I was like, do you need me to get any waters? And yeah, he's telling me the waters, and she's on the headset like, what are you doing? Stop talking, get to work. And I had a whole motherfucking attitude because on those headsets everybody can hear. All the managers, to go, and hostess can hear everything that's on there. So I'm on there like, I'm going the fuck off on her. Like, I was just seeing if he needed some help. She's like, they need help up front. And let me tell y'all, hostess office, chairs, tables, all that stuff, managers, cooking station, all that stuff. She was standing back here and I was right here, and she's telling me from back there they need help in the front. I was like, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck you. I think that was the last thing that she said to me that pissed me off and made me want to quit. She was a bitch. I had a manager that tried to constantly get on with me, and it was really fucking frustrating. But you know what, I kind of used to entertain the shit, so I can't really be mad. But it was just super fucking annoying at times because it was like, get the fuck out of my face, I'm trying to work. And they just didn't give a fuck. Gross. And then there was another manager that had favorites, and it was so irritating because one host could be on break for an hour and then I would be on break for 15 minutes and they'd be like, come back up here. And I used to get so irritated. Like, we used to all talk shit about this host, like, for real. So if you're watching this, girl, yeah, we used to talk shit about you. And it was frustrating. It was just so irritating. Like, that's the irritating part of working at Olive Garden. That right there as a whole was my irritation at Olive Garden. So now we're gonna talk about the good times. So I used to go in there high a lot. It was great. I used to always be high, and then I'd have stupid little fucking servers that I was cool with, but they used to just try to fuck with me and be like, it smells like weed in here. I just hate people like that. Like, if you smell it, you smell it. Oh fucking well. Why do you have to like announce that you smell the shit? I used to always go in there high. There was a busser that had a crush on me, and it was so fucking cute. It was funny, but it was cute. It wasn't cute like, oh my gosh, I would like be interested cute. It was like, oh, cute. Like, I used to be like, no. Now you know damn well, honey, this is never going to be that. Ever. I really got to build a relationship with all the people there, and when I quit, I kind of just up and quit, and it sucked. It really sucked because I felt like I just like up and left all my friends and went to another state. I literally had a great relationship with 98% of the people there. A lot of people there I had a very good relationship, and I always had fun with, and they always made my job fun. And when I would come into work, I would purposely look at the schedule to see who's working, just to know what I'm gonna be dealing with that day. And it was just so fun. Like, I actually bought weed from somebody in there. Somebody in there was selling weed, and he put it in the hostess closet. And one time my manager went in the fucking closet when he did that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get caught, because it smelled like straight weed. As soon as you open it, it smelled like straight fucking weed, and I felt so bad. I didn't know it was gonna stink like that. But I got weed from a dude one time. One of my managers tried to kiss me, and this is the thing, I kind of entertained the shit, so I can't like, it really wasn't like an issue to me, you know? Like, it wasn't, let me call HR, like, I don't know, it wasn't like a super big like, oh my gosh, I feel violated. It was just like, I was kind of entertaining it, so I can understand. I'm the type of person that I will entertain some shit. My hair is really pissing me off, but I'm the type of person that will really entertain some shit but not be serious, but people be thinking I'm fucking serious, and that's where I be fucking up in life, because I be not serious at all. 0%. I had another host that I used to flirt with all the time, and oh my gosh, I felt so bad for her because I would constantly flirt with her, and then like when I would flirt with other people, like, she would be pissed, and I'm just like, but I was never interested in you. Like, I don't know, I'm fucked up. That's fucked up with me. The hostess used to be so fun when I used to go into work. We used to just all be talking shit about the other servers or hostess or managers. We used to just be talking shit all the time. Every time we got a new person, we would just try to make them feel comfortable. I don't know, because when I first started working, I was like, they just made me feel super comfortable. Everybody, they're like, oh, you're new, hi, nice to meet you, da da da. And like, if I would see somebody new, I would address them too. One time we got this host, right? Listen, this bitch was nuts as fuck. She did not give a fuck. She used to not do her job. She used to be in the back all the time. We would always call the managers like, listen, this bitch ain't doing her fucking job, but y'all better say something because I'm gonna go the fuck off. I used to go off on her all the time. She would just be in the back on her phone. She would just be walking around not doing shit. The day that they fired her, I was so pissed because I wasn't there, and one of the hostess texted me a picture of this girl and I was dead as fuck. She was in the lobby on the phone with somebody, like on the phone, like on her cell phone, just sitting there on the phone. And one of the coolest managers, he never got mad. He was pissed. He went the fuck off on her and was like, yeah, you are fired, get the fuck out of here. That was like a whole, I wish I knew her name, I forgot it. Clearly it was irrelevant. She wasn't there for that fucking long, probably a month. Like, she just did not give a fuck. She got hired and just was like, fuck it. It's like, you know, when it, like most people do, when you try to get a job, you're like all uppity and like, I'm this great person, and then when you get there, it's like reality, you don't give a fuck. Hers was like top tier, S tier, number 1 tier, A tier, don't care. Like, she did not give a fuck. And he fired her ass because she was just on some weird shit all the time, and she was weird. And I'm saying weird as in just a very off person, and just was just off. I don't know, she was just off. Like, it was just not like a regular, it wasn't like a regular person at all. So I don't know, I really loved working there. Like, that is one job that I would forever claim. I don't give a fuck. I worked at Olive Garden at 18. People love to talk shit that I worked at Olive Garden before I started YouTube, but at the end of the day, it was a really good fucking paying job. I worked full-time and I made $10 an hour at the time, so like that was perfect for me. I was not tripping. I was 18 years old. I still lived with my mother. I was trying to get my shit together, so I was perfectly fine. That was the best job I've ever had. Only reason I really quit was because of the manager, honestly. When I decided I wanted to quit, I just woke up one day and called them and was like, you know what, I quit, I'm not coming in today. And he's like, are you sure? And it was the cool manager too. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'm just gonna let it sit for a day. Like, I'm just gonna let you I'm just gonna say you called off for today, and if you feel like you don't want to come in tomorrow, then okay, but I don't think you should quit. Because he asked me why, and I told him, I was like, the manager's a fucking bitch and she's always on my ass for no reason. I feel like I'm being picked at, and that was basically the fuck it at the time. Honestly, the managers did worse than the servers and everything else. He was just like, all right, well, we're gonna miss you. And I feel like I cried. Like, I was so sad. I'm like, damn, I really just left everybody. And I didn't tell anybody. I kind of just left, and everybody's like, where the fuck is Crissy at? And they'd be like, she quit. And they're like, that was so random. I do have a story real quick, and then we're really just gonna end this because there's nothing really much I have to talk about besides that I love that fucking job, and like, honestly, I would go back, but like, I'm starting a business. I don't need to go work for somebody else. There was this server, Amanda. That bitch was named Amanda. If you knew Amanda, that bitch was a mother. She was a. I want y'all to know that this was a. That girl was something else. Oh, I don't know what the she had a problem with me for, but she had a problem with me. Don't know why. Don't really give a, to be honest with you. Because, okay, at Olive Garden, it makes sense, but it's kind of bullshit, because at other restaurants, they be having 10 tables, but at Olive Garden, you can only have 4 maximum. And I mean 4 if we're busy. Mostly 3, but like 4 if we're busy. A lot of servers had a problem with being sat for the 4th time or the 3rd time, because you have to bring out wine, appetizers, and all just a bunch of stuff. So it makes sense why they only do that. I just feel like if you can't handle more than 4 tables, then must fucking suck. This is the wrong place for you, to be honest. Or they could let us know. That was a thing. A lot of servers would come up and be like, hey, I'm getting a little overwhelmed, can you just slow down on me for a little bit? And we do that, like, it just asked. But like, this bitch had a problem. I just walked into work, I promise y'all. I literally just walked in that door. I go to get my drink, and this bumped me, and I'm like, I turn around like, did you just bump me? And she's like, I don't know who sat me, but da 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 da. I don't remember what the fuck she said after that, but she had an attitude about somebody sitting her. I said, bitch, I just got here. The fuck? I didn't do that. She thought I did that shit. I'm like, I just got here. I didn't even seat nobody. I literally put my shit. I literally walked. I walked to the door, put my shit in the thing, and then walked to the drink station. I did not seat you. I'm like, you know, I'm finna beat this because she really got a problem with me for no fucking reason. So then the manager walked in there and he brings me to the back and he's like, what the fuck's going on? And I told him, and he's like, yeah, we finna talk to her. So they took her ass back there and they talked to her whatever, and that was it. Because the bitch wasn't gonna do shit. She thought bumping me was finna scare me, bitch. Like, oh shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Don't bump me, bitch. That's all I gotta say, because what the fuck is you bumping me for? that's the end of this video, guys. I just hate that people degrade me for one, working at Olive Garden, two, at 18 at that, and living with my mom. I don't know, like I feel like that's so fucking stupid and people just find shit to pick at. But honestly, it was a very good experience. I was very content in my life at that point. I really wasn't like struggling or had a problem with anything. Like I was living perfectly fine. Like I feel like people that live with their parents and aren't doing anything is a problem, but I was definitely getting my shit together. Boom. So that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to follow all my social media on the screen, and I will see you guys next video.